Here at Lens Crackers, we can crack your fine, high-quality eyewear in less than an hour. Our trained technicians use only the best equipment to crack your fine quality eyewear. So remember, Lens Crackers, we can crack them in less than an hour. Welcome back to Truth Quest. My name is Aaron Moriarity. I will be your host, and we're going on a quest for truth together. Alrighty, Aphrodite. Well, I hope you all are having a wonderful week and a wonderful new year. And so we had a blast on our last show, New Year's show. And today it's the second day of 2026. Can you believe it? 2026. That just sounds like the future to me. We should be driving around in flying cars by now. Don't you think? Oh, I think. That's what I think. Well, guess where we're going now? Over to, oops, we don't want to push that. Chatlandia, to see who's over there chatting all over the place. In Chatlandia. Oh, and you can see it on the side here as it scrolls up. But going back to the very beginning here, it's Weiss123. That's Catherine Weiss. She's one of our Ultramods. She says, "Hi, Aaron." Then she says, "I'll be over on YouTube tonight." And then Kathy says, "Hi, Peggy." Then I said, "Hi, Kathy. Okay." And then Kathy says, "Hi, Aaron," from over there on YouTube. Then I said, Hi from over there on YouTube. Oh, and look who else is here. Why, it's Cap78 Pack, Peggy Dancer, another one of our Ultramods. She says, "Hi, Aaron." "Hi, Weiss123, Kathy." And then Peggy Dancer says, I'll be here as Kathy is at YouTube." Okay. And then Kathy says, "Hello, Aaron." "Hello, Catherine Weiss." No, Peggy's saying, "Hello, Aaron." "Hello, Catherine Weiss. I'll be over on Rumble." That's Peggy talking there on YouTube. It doesn't take much to get me confused, let me tell you. Then I said, "Hi, Cap78 Pack." Okay. We got the best Ultramods. And I said, "Hi, Peggy," over there on the YouTube, one of the YouTube channels there. And Kathy says, "Hi, Peggy." And why, look who else is here. Another one of our Ultramods. "Hi, Aaron." "Hi, Peggy," says Dark Brain. Another one of our Ultramods. And then Dark Brain says, "Hi, Catherine." And then Catherine says, "Hi, Dark Brain." Then Cap78 Pack, Peggy Dancer says, "Good evening, brother." Dark Brain, "Hope this finds you well." Isn't that nice? Got such polite people here. And then I said, "Hi, Dark Brain." Oh, and then Dark Brain says, "I may have to head out early tonight. Maybe, we'll see." Okay. And then Kathy says, "Hi, Aaron." And then Dark Brain says, "All is well. I hope you are too." That's a good message from Dark Brain. And Kathy says, "NK," or maybe "Okay, Peggy." Maybe she meant to say okay. Probably. And look who else is here. Why, it's Skylark74. "Greetings, fellow Truth Questers," he says. I better say hi to Skylark. Skylark74, exclamation points. And then Kathy says, "Hi, Peggy." And then Dark Brain says, "Howdy, Skylark 74. And then Dark Brain When it says nothing, that means there's something there. Dark Brain gifted 1 subscription to Truth Quest with Aaron Moriarty. Oh, thank you, Dark Brain. Thank you very much. That's awesome. And then look, Skylark says, I was gifted a membership by Dark Brain. Oh, that's cool. Too cool for school, you might even say. Thank you. Thank you, Dark Brain. That was very generous of you. And then Cap 78 Pack. I'm trying to be, and only with the help of Jesus will I succeed at Dark Brain. Yes. And we're all praying for you too, Peggy. And then Skylark says, hello, Catherine. Hello, Peggy. Hello, Aaron. Hello, Dark Brain. And then Dark Brain says, Cap 78 Pack, well, hang in there and trust in him. Yes. It's a good message. And then Catherine said, hi, Skylark 74. And then Cap 78 Pack, Peggy Dancer says, hi, Skylark 74. Hello, she says. And then I said, hi, Skylark 74. And then it's a seal lulls says hi. It's a seal lulls. Hi, seal. I bet that's going to be an Easter seal come around Easter time. And Cap 78 Pack says, congrats on your gifted sub, Skylark 74. Yes, that's awesome. That is awesome. Well, alrighty, Aphrodite. Well, let's cruise on over to the Book of Faces to see what the heck is going on over there. The land of Zuckers. There's a Zucker born every minute. Zucker, not sucker. Zucker, like Zuckerberg. Get it? Do you get it? I get it. I think we get it. Alrighty, Aphrodite. Here we go over to Facebook. Oh, and look, Rose Thistle Art just popped in and says, hi, Weiss123, Truth Quest, Aaron Moriarty, Cap 78 Pack, Dark Brain, Skylark 74. Look at that. And then It's a Seal says, hi, lulls. And then Dark Brain says, hello, Rose. And then Cap 78 Pack says, hello, Rose Thistle Art. Then Kathy says, hello, Rose Thistle Art. And Rose Thistle Art says, Aaron, will you make an epimanly moving channel emoji for us? I really don't know how to do any of that kind of stuff. I'm not really a tech person, you know. And it looks like Megan is real. Just said, I like and sub. Thank you very much, Megan. All right. Epimanly moving channel emoji. Yeah, I don't know how to do any of that kind of stuff. I really don't have any video editing equipment except on my old Confuser. But I don't think there's any memory to do anything on that one. That's all loaded up. If we only knew a tech person, missed it by that much. Yes, if we only did. All right, well, let's cruise on over here to Facebook, and we got the sun exploding there. Look at that. Look at that. 714. Can it be already? Episode 714. Unbelievable. Don't you think? Don't you think? I better say hi to Rose. And exclamation points. There. I love how confident you are before and then after epimanly horror. Yes. It was a fun one to do, believe me. It was a fun. I looked forward to doing that. I would work all day designing toys and games, and then I would go home before I'd go home, I'd stop at the studio and I'd make a commercial or two. That's what I did. So all day creating. I still needed to create more. And okay, I said, hi, Rose Thistle Art. And Rose Thistle Art gives the radiating heart and the Leo toast. Oh, and Skylark says, speculations on YouTube that the increase in solar activity correlates with the passage of 3I Atlas through the solar system. Well, it's also that it's the sun's been doing this. It's in its heightened cycle, I believe, like 11-year cycle. So I'm not sure if it has much to do with that. It really didn't come that close to the sun, did it? I don't think it did. It's going to go past Jupiter, though, isn't it? Might get a look at it then, but I don't know. I'm not. You said you wanted to laugh? Horses bring me happiness on so many levels. Here you go. You got a horse and a pair of gloves? You got a comedy show.
It looks like an elk.
Isn't that groovy?
It looks like an elk.
Oh, I could watch this all day. I could watch this all day. Look at that. You got a horse and some gloves. What's your excuse for not doing this? That's what I got to say. Look at that. That's so cute. Do you think he knows what he's doing? Maybe. He's a show-off. He's a show horse. There you go. Yeah. Okay. Oh. I had that up pretty long. I should hear my phone ringing, but I don't know where my phone is. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Don't know where my phone is. He's waving hello. The horse from Famador. I don't know what that is. Let's see. LMBO. That's hilarious, isn't it? He looks confused over why they are laughing, but enjoyed it. Yeah, I guess. Well, you must be more connected to horses to connect that all together. Here's something from Kathy Latcher. Just another day of my son realizing he's the only normal one in this family. This is pretty funny. This is pretty funny indeed. Make it a little longer. There we go. One more time. See, that kid did the diaper diplomacy eyes. Wasn't that good? Why wasn't he grooving? Come on, man. Get in the groove. Groovy like a record, you might even say. Get in the groove, baby. Oh, fraud seeks out Tim Walsh. Oh, here's an interesting take. Check this out. Whoops.
Fraud seeks out Tim Walsh. Seek out fraud. Fraud seeks out Tim Walsh. When scammers apply for jobs, they list him as a reference. Under his watch, fraud is Minnesota's fastest growing small business. His biggest export, taxpayer money delivered to foreign terrorists. If Fraud had a frequent flyer program, he would always fly first class. He is Tim Walls, the most fraudulent man in America. Walls doesn't seek out fraud. Fraud seeks out Tim Walls. When scam
Don't you love it? Oh yeah, I love it. Love it. Can't get enough of it. It's really blowing up, and boy, if he were smart, which he isn't, he would get out right now. While the getting is good, don't you think? Don't you think? Oh, don't you love these videos that people do about other people's kids? Watch this. From Cav Lindgren. Seriously, these parents. Look at it. Watch this. Makes a good point.
Honestly, nothing makes me more sad than situations like this where the kids are all just sitting alone on the couch. They're all on devices. Like, where are the parents? Who's taking care of these guys?
Dad, are you going to hang out with us soon?
Yeah, remember I told you guys got to be quiet while I'm filming this, okay? Okay, I'll be right there. Honestly, nothing makes me more sad than situations like this where the kids are all just sitting alone on the couch. They're all on devices. Like, where are the parents? Who's taking care of these guys?
Dad, are you going to hang out with us soon?
Yeah, remember I told you guys got to...
It's so funny. That's his dad. At first you think he's one of those TikTokers where they're putting themselves over the background, but he really is there. This is a funny idea. I like it. Seriously, those parents. Oh, and look, here is, as the year comes to an end, Curiosity marks it from Mars with a quiet sunrise and sunset on an ancient ridge. Now look at this blue, this whole bunch of blue rock here. Look at this blue. What the heck? Watch this.
As the year comes to an end, Curiosity sent its final images from Mars. A quiet sunrise and sunset on an ancient ridge, marking the last moments of the year on another world. We'll see you next year, Curiosity.
Blue sky.
As the year comes to an end, Curiosity.
Look at that. This rock here. It's blue. Now what the heck? Did they take a sample of that? Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. It's a pretty cool looking, but you can't swim on Mars. You can't. You go to Mars, you'll never be able to swim unless they find water somewhere. Let's watch this. What could this be? Giving my dog harmonica lessons. This is great. You wanted to laugh. Here you go. Look at the doggo.
For the first time. Harmonica for the first time.
Don't you love it? Okay. The head tilts. So funny. Oh my goonie. Oh, you say you don't want a shovel? Hey, get yourself an RC truck with a plow. Look at this. Look at that. Oh. It's going to take all night to do that. I don't know. He needs a wider blade, or maybe get two of them out there. The big wide blade, get the whole thing at the same time. I don't know. It's kind of cool. Cool idea. Great way to turn a chore into some fun, I guess. If you like that kind of thing. Here's some more fun in the snow. Oh my goonie. Look at this kid. He's taking a chance. But scores. Watch this. It again. Gotta watch it again. Look at this kid. The old tabletop drop. Oh, yeah. Groovy like a record. Oh, look. Quality Leering Center. When you get your education from this place, this is how you end up. Be careful. Careful where you do your leering.
Will host annual annual meeting of the inner will host annual annual meeting of the inner will host
yeah, that's pretty funny. Oh, those crazy Brits. Is this Britain or is this Australia? I'm not sure. I think it's Great Britain. Let's check this out. Okay, remember Tron? Okay, these are not the light bikes, but they're trying to be like them. What's the
Klaus, the team, they're from Sao Paulo. It's inspired by the movie Tron. And just look how magnificent this is. Marcio on one side, Dennis on the other, over the first obstacle, and it's working to this point. Whether it stays joined up remains to be seen. They're okay through the chicane. There's the bone rattler, just a little touch on the way down. Now the water. Oh, the water feature! Klaus, the team, they're from Sao Paulo. It's inspired by the movie Tron. And just look how magnificent this is. Marcio on one side, Dennis on the other, over the first obstacle, and it's working to this point. Whether it stays joined up remains to be seen. They're okay through the chicane. There's the bone rattler, just a little touch on the way down. Now the water. Oh, the water feature! Klaus, the team, they're from Sao Paulo.
Oh my goodness. Can you imagine? Oh, look at this. This was almost the thumbnail for tonight. Doesn't this look like two aliens in a spaceship? It's not. It's a fish. It looks like he has two aliens driving him. I mean, if you were underwater and you woke up and you opened your eyes and you saw this, you'd think it was two little aliens in a little ship. Look at this. You can tell he's very clear-headed. He's got a clear mind. Everything is clear to him. Oh, yeah, clearly. Clearly, that's a unique fish. Isn't that a unique fish? Wow. Isn't that crazy? Still looks like two little green aliens driving a spaceship, though, isn't it? A fish-looking spaceship. I love this. This is too cool for school. Look at that. Oh my. You know, if I was another fish, I wouldn't eat that just because it's kind of weird, you know. Too weird to eat, you know. I don't want to eat that, right? Shark's probably going, no, I'll pass on that one. Yeah, we're not eating this guy. He's too creepy. Too weird. Too weird. Glad we cleared that up. No skull. Looks fragile. Yeah. Well, cool fish. Yeah, that's a cool fish, all right. That's two little aliens flying a fish. Look at that. Look at this. Oh, would you look at this? Breaking Somali TikToker threatens Elon Musk's life. She said, this is her talking, I wouldn't worry too much about him. He about to die. And now she's trying to backpedal that. And Elon puts out, then it is war. Yeah, those are fighting words there. She's trying to backtrack on it. But how can you backtrack on it? You said it. All right. The original patent from 1891 for toilet paper rolls shows the correct rolling direction, in case you ever doubted. Well, guess what? It goes both ways. If you put it the other way, your cat can't empty out your toilet paper. So I have a feeling a cat was involved in putting this drawing out. I think a cat drew it, because if we get this settled now, we'll have lifetimes of fun emptying out all the toilet paper that these humans foolishly put this way. Don't you think? 1891. I was very young back then. Oh, Frauds, a new show on Netflix. How you like that? Frauds. Good casting, I'd say. Good casting. Oh, do you know what the most dangerous thing on the moon was? The dust.
Apollo astronauts encountered on the moon is not what you would think. Moon dust is formed from many years of micrometeorites pulverizing the lunar surface. With no atmosphere on the moon, these particles stay extremely sharp for the Apollo astronauts. This prevented equipment from working as intended. Space suits would lose full mobility as dust would fill within the joints of the suits. Dust would start to clog within the seals of space suits, making them less pressurized. Dust would also penetrate through fabrics. It wore through 3 layers of material on one of the astronauts' boots. One astronaut noted that their space suits were more worn out after 8 hours on the moon compared to the 100 hours spent training. Astronauts would wear their helmets inside the lunar module for extended periods of time, just to avoid it from getting into their eyes and lungs. Seen as no Apollo astronaut ever stayed on the lunar surface for longer than 3 days. We have no idea how dangerous the long-term effects of moon dust could really be. The most dangerous thing the Apollo astronauts encountered on the moon is not what you would...
Isn't that interesting? And before they went to the moon, the thing they feared the most, one of the things they feared was they didn't know, they knew there was fine dust on the surface of the moon, but they didn't know how deep it was. They thought the whole lander could be swallowed up into the sand, into the light, fluffy sand. That didn't work. That did not work. And Kathy put this out. Please like and share this video with your friends, family, and social media. Hit the old thumbs up. Helps the algo rhythm, the algo beat, and the algo melody. Oh, yeah. All those algo things. And Skylark says, we don't want that stuff getting in people's lungs. Thanks, Kathy, for putting that out there. And but Darkbrain says, Asimov had a wild short story about astronauts having to escape a deadly situation where the dust was statically charged and engulfed them. Oh, wow. That's interesting. And Rose This Large says, that sounds terrifying, Darkbrain, doesn't it? Yeah. That's interesting. That's a clever thing to write about for a fiction writer. Spacecraft guide. Look at this. Here is Apollo 12 became the 3rd and 4th humans to step foot on the moon. Check this out. Footage of the moon.
Looking good. Gonna get some dust before long. 96 feet coming down at 6. Slow down the descent rate. 80 feet coming down at 4. You're looking good. 50 feet coming down. Watch for the dust. 40 coming down at 2. Looking good. Watch the dust. Coming down at 2 feet. You got plenty of gas, dude. Hang in there. 18 feet coming down at 2. He's got it made. Come on in there. 24 feet. Contact light. Roger, copy contact. Probe. Yeah, probe. Okay. Inform off. Okay. I'll cycle these valves. You got your spin engine command override off. Yep. 80 feet. 9%. You're looking good.
I like those home movies of the moon as they're landing. Very, very cool. Very cool indeed. Oh, look at this. The biggest model railway system in the world. This would be a cool place to go to. Check this out. Oops.
Is the largest model railway system in the world.
Goodness, huge. It's like overwhelming. You could be here for days.
Oh, winter scene. My gosh, it keeps going. Oh, look in the background. Oh, look how huge this is. Holy cow.
Is that meant to be
The Matterhorn in Zermatt.
is it really?
Yeah, well, it looks like it. This is one of the most popular tourist attractions in Hamburg, with over 16 kilometers of railway track and has 16 different regions and scenes represented from around the world. And of course, it includes all of your favorite trains and locomotives. The scale of it all is remarkable. It is so big, but my favorite parts are the small details.
Okay, so we are on a world,
Yes,
and now we're in a miniature version of that world in that world.
right?
And now there's a miniature world in the miniature world in the world we're in.
This is cool. You have to notice the small details. There's stuff hidden everywhere, even in the stairs. I figured since we're on this epically long train journey of ours, we should come here for a little perspective on the kind of distance we're covering with our trip. But looking at all of this and all the moving parts has me wondering, how does this all work? This is maybe the coolest part for me. This is the control center where they control all the trains and the planes and cars that are moving. They've got live feeds. I mean, just like a real railway, someone has to control the tracks and the switches. That's here. Let me show you something. This is the actual control center. So they're running switches.
No way.
Live feeds. They run it as a real railway.
No lives are at stake here.
The other thing in here that's hard to notice is that every 15 minutes, the lights dim to mimic night. And they have 500,000 LED lights used as every street lamp, apartment lamp, headlight on a car, or any other light bulb in the world. But they don't only focus on trains here. They even have a scale airport.
We got an ANA 787 Dreamliner.
Lufthansa.
We've got a Lufthansa that looks like a
A380.
No, wait, this is an A340. There's an A380. Yeah, you're right. That one there is that looks like an Airbus.
And what's that one?
That there will be the Millennium Falcon.
It's fantastic because in one place you can see all of the world's most iconic aircraft land, taxi, and yes, even take off.
Oh my. Oh my god, the Falcon's getting ready to take off. Does it do a vertical takeoff? How does this work? It's vertical takeoff. No way. No way.
This quick stop at Miniature Wonderland was a great reminder of how amazing our world is and how incredibly talented just some people are. There's real water with real floating ships. This port is amazing. Jeff, thoughts overall?
My mind is absolutely blown. You can spend a lot of time here. Highly recommend.
Yeah.
5 out of 5 Jeffs.
I've just realized, Jeff, if we had just come here, we wouldn't have to travel across Europe by train. We could do it all in a day. We start in the Arctic Circle with the snow-covered train area over there. Go through Europe.
I don't know if that makes me feel better or worse. This place is actually bonkers.
Yeah, but speaking of that, we do have a train to catch, so we should go.
We literally have to get going,
Right now.
or we will have yesterday repeat all over again.
No, we should have if we make the train, it shouldn't be too long today. According to Guinness World Records,
That's pretty cool. Too cool for school, you may even say. Oh, who's this? Oh, Pirates of the Minnesota. Yeah, Tampon Tim and Ilhan Omar. Ilhan, ill-equipped to be a congressperson. Ilhan is ill-equipped, don't you think? Oh, here's that spewing of the sun. Check this out. Triple outburst. And look at how electrical it looks. I'll try to. Right? See all these waves? This is the electromagnetic sun. Look at that. There it is. The sun. There it is. Oh, you hear about this from David J. Harris Jr. What? Somalia's ambassador to the UN, Abukar Dahar Osman, is a daycare administrator in Ohio. You can't make this up. Oh, sure he is. Yeah. Padding your pockets there, huh? Oh, look at this. Quality Leering Center, 1-800 free-money. Look at that. It's a new episode of The Family Guy. Found a new way to make loot. No kids to worry about either. How do you like that? How do you like that? Oh, a 5-year memory. 5-year memory. So in this memory, 5 years ago, and I wrote, in 2021, I want to thank all of the people who have watched my videos on TruthQuest YouTube channel. After 10 months, my page is almost monetized. So close. If you want to help push it over the edge, here is my channel. Thank you. So I did become monetized, and then they took my channel away from me for 2 years, and now I got it back, and it's not monetized anymore. I got to go through 4,000 watch hours. I think I got like 135 hours so far. And you got to get that in 1 year. So it's not easy. It's not easy being cheesy, let me tell you. Oh, this is good. Charity 101. This kid's pretty funny. He's good.
Did you know that conservatives give 30% more money to charity than liberals? But liberals are twice as likely to tell other people what to do with their money. If liberals are so passionate about this, why don't they lead by example? Okay, bye. Did you know?
Because you only have one thing, and it's, well, two things. Cheating and hypocrisy. Those are the only two things they got. They got wild hypocrisy and they got cheating. Those are the two things they do the best. Don't you think? Oh, yeah, I think. The White House doctors have just reported that I am in perfect health and that I aced, meaning was correct on 100% of the questions asked. For the third straight time, my cognitive examination, something which no other president or previous vice president was willing to take. P.S. I strongly believe that anyone running for president or vice president should be mandatorily forced to take a strong, meaningful, and proven cognitive examination. Our great country cannot be run by stupid or incompetent people. President DJT. Oh, I think so. And what did my libtard friends say to this? Oh, Robert Karstead, he's got TDS pretty bad. He says, what kind of person is given a cognitive test 3 times a year? I lost someone to Alzheimer's recently, and this should be cause for great concern. What a freaking idiot. I'm sorry for your loss, but you are totally misconstruing everything. He didn't say 3rd time this year, you idiot. He said 3rd consecutive. In other words, every time it was offered to him, he took it. Okay? And why does he take it? Because idiots like you claim that he's not competent. What happened when we all wanted Sleepy, Creepy, Crooked Joe to take one? He said no numerous times, over and over and over again, as he tripped over himself, fell, and stumbled over his words, fumbled his way through the presidency, and the auto pen did everything for him. Yeah. He's got nothing to stand on there. Seeing Tron in 1982, it absolutely blew me away. Listen to this guy describe this. It's pretty good.
I was working at the Disney Studios. I was an animator on Mickey's Christmas Carol when Tron was being produced. 2 of my friends, Jerry Reese and Bill Croyer, were working on Tron. And they were doing the storyboarding and the choreography, you might say, of all the computer animation. They were over in one of the trailers, and they had a computer that was hooked via phone line. back to New York with Magi Synthevision. And my good friend Chris Wedge was back there working on the animation, and he would send over the phone line the scenes frame by frame by frame for them to look at, some of the early renderings. For me, this was some of the very first computer animation I had ever seen, and it was so exciting. The first scene that I remember them working on was the light cycle sequence, and it absolutely blew me away. I was working at the Disney Studios. I was an animator on Mickey.
It was pretty incredible. In fact, after Tron came out, the U.S. government contacted Disney and said, we got to have that technology, whatever it is, for doing our simulations, our battle simulations. They were so blown away by what they were able to achieve in the graphics in that. And it was very interesting. That was an interesting story. Great movie, way ahead of its time. And let's see. Speaking from the Oval Office, Wednesday, President Trump claimed that the Somali community had destroyed Minnesota. Let's hear Trump.
The mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Frey, is saying that he's actually proud to have the largest Somali community in the country, and his police chief.
Well, then he's a fool.
Well, his police chief is also saying.
I wouldn't be proud to have the largest Somalian. Look at their nation. Look how bad their nation is. It's not even a nation. It's just people walking around killing each other. Look. These Somalians have taken billions of dollars out of our country. They've taken billions and billions of dollars. They have a representative, Ilhan Omar, who they say married her brother. It's a fraud. She tries to deny it now, but you can't really deny it because, it just happened. She shouldn't be allowed to be a congresswoman, and I'm sure people are looking at that. And she should be thrown the hell out of our country. And most of those people, they have destroyed Minnesota, okay? Minnesota, you have an incompetent governor. You have a crooked governor. He's crooked as hell, but he's incompetent. Waltz he should be ashamed. That beautiful land, that beautiful state, it's a hellhole right now. And the Somalians should be out of here. They've destroyed our country.
The mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Frey, is saying that he's actually proud to have the largest Somali community in the country, and his police chief.
Well, then he's a fool.
Well, his police chief is also saying.
I wouldn't be proud to have the largest Somalian. Look at their nation. Look how bad their nation is. It's not.
Yeah, incredible. Here's Prince from the Arsenio Hall show in 1991, 30th anniversary post. This is incredible. I mean. The Arsenio Hall show was an incredible show, and he had Prince on a lot, and so it was pretty darn cool. It was like the only time you could see Prince other than when he did appear on TV or in concert, and it's pretty epic. I know we'll get a copyright hit if we go over there, but 1991, he was still rocking it so good. Man, the world was gypped when he was taken away from us, folks. Fellow Minnesotan, and I used to run into him a lot. And of course, I grew up around the Minneapolis area, west of the cities, but I came into Minneapolis and saw him a lot, and saw him at a number of his concerts. And then I moved to Rhode Island. And when he did Under the Cherry Moon, he only did two on that Under the Cherry Moon tour. He only did two concerts, one in Minneapolis and one in Boston. And I was there at the Boston one, and there was like 200 people there, right across the street from Fenway Park. And he looked at me like, he recognized me like, what are you doing here? You're from Minnesota. That was pretty cool. But at one point, he didn't have a stage at this pub, and people were crowding him out, trying to touch him. And at one point early in the concert, he said, "You stand back. If you touch me, I'll go home. I swear I will." And people left him. They didn't rush him. They respected him. But man, was that a concert. That was incredible. But yeah, Prince. We miss you, buddy. Oh, quality printing center. Look at that. Federal Reserve. They're printing, but they're printing. Yeah. Oh, paper shredders are limited to 1 per customer. Oh, look at all the Somali women buying shredders. I wonder what they need those for. Office Depot. Of course, it's probably an AI picture, of course, right? Yeah. Here's our friend Bob Lazar talking again about the alien craft. Check this out.
All of the technology should be kept secret until we have a handle on everything. But certainly the overview of what happened just cannot be a secret from anyone, not just the American people, but the rest of the world. Let out the basic fact that we have these craft at one time. Aliens did at least visit and drop off something, however they got here, that there was some contact made, and then cut it short. You don't need to release information on the gravity generators, the weapon potential which is enormous, and so on.
What could you do with that? We got about a minute left. What could you do with that technology? If, say, you took the flying discs, the antimatter reactors, the gravity generators, gave it to Los Alamos or Livermore, let them examine the potential abilities of this stuff. I mean, how would it affect life on Earth if this stuff was widely available?
And mass producible?
Yeah.
That's tough to say. I mean, you have a completely different mode of travel. What happens when you can play with time? That gets into a really deep philosophical, question there.
But I mean, it would change a lot of stuff, change everything.
Oh, yeah, it would change absolutely everything.
You think it'll ever come out?
Personally, no.
We are being visited and have been visited for many years by people from outer space, from other civilizations, that it behoves us, in case some of these people in the future or now should turn hostile, to find out who they are, where they come from, and what they want. This should be the subject of rigorous scientific investigation and not the subject of rubbishing by tabloid newspapers.
And we got to say goodbye to Dark Brain. He's heading out early. He must have something else to do. Good to see you, buddy. And, looks like Rose Thistle Art was gifted a membership by Dark Brain, too. Look at that. There was another gifting. Wow. Dark Brain's rocking it tonight. He's rocking it. And Rose Thesselard says, thank you so much, Dark Brain. You're so kind to support this channel and gift me. Thank you. Isn't that nice? He is a great guy. And then Cap 78 Pack Peggy Dan says, aw, how sweet, Dark Brain. And congrats, Rose. And Dark Brain shares another one. Look at that. There's the new gift. And Cap 78 Pack says she was gifted a membership by Dark Brain. That's incredible. Thank you, Dark Brain. And Skylar says, I can remember a time when the tabloid newspapers were almost the only people to take UFO phenomenon seriously. Right? And Dark Brain says, was nice to see you all tonight. Everyone, have a great weekend. Thanks, buddy. You're rocking. Thanks, buddy. We appreciate you so much. And Rose Lard says, Dark Brain, radiating heart, and 3 radiating hearts. And Cap 78 Pack says, thank you, Dark Brain. I gotta say thank you, Dark Brain, too. Thank you, Dark Brain. There it goes. Thank you, Dark Brain. All right. That's that. What's this? Venus. So this is Venus as Venera saw it, rebuilt into a flyover from real mission data. So this is what they put together from the actual data from the mission. Look at this. Back to you. Yeah, isn't that interesting? Back in the 70s, the Soviets made it to Venus. And here's Travis Walton talking a little bit about his experience. Let's listen to Travis.
Appearance, very large eyes. He took me out of that room that this was parked in, down a hallway to a smaller room where there were some other people like him. And they put me down on a table, and I struggled with him, and I was knocked out, made unconscious with a kind of an oxygen mask-like device. And the next thing I know, I wake up on the road. Appearance, very large eyes. He took...
That must have been so frightening. So frightening. And look at Happy New Year, fuel prices. Let's see. Let's check this out.
As most of you guys know, I drive a truck, and us truck drivers right now, we're loving this. But so should the average consumer, because with the price of diesel being $2.64 and dropping, you understand that's going to lower the cost of all goods that we transport, right? I mean, and look at the price of a regular gallon of gas right now, $2.04. This is in Oklahoma, guys. So hell yeah, Happy New Year's, and hang on, things is going to get a lot better. As most of you guys know.
Isn't that nice, hearing from a trucker? It's going to lower the price of everything. Oh, you're inside the Leering Center. Oh, good. That looks legit. Look at all those kids. Looks sort of two-dimensional, but oh well, Leering is fun. Oh, so sad. Oh, did you see this too? This guy that was the spokesperson for that one that got broken into, and the only thing they stole was every single thing that the government would need to prove that they're fraudulent. Yeah. And he's wearing a pair of glasses that are $2,400 for a pair of glasses at a daycare. You know, I used to work at many daycares. And let me tell you something. As a teacher, I was a head teacher of the Rainbow Room, and I was making $7 an hour. Okay. So you can't make a lot of money at a daycare. And I know our director was always like filing for grants. We got a grant to get some awning covers for our windows for the outside, but there wasn't millions of dollars flowing in from anywhere. They ran a very tight ship. And the first daycare I worked at was at Alice Smith Elementary School. It was a in-school latchkey program. And our director of that latchkey program, he was the king of coupons. And when I went shopping with him once for stuff for snack, he got over $100 worth of groceries for like $11. He went on double coupon day. He was the coupon king. And so you're running a daycare, you are scraping and scrounging. You're not spending lavishly because there's no money coming in. It's just bizarre to me that the government would just send them millions of dollars for what? I mean, the parents are paying. I don't understand why that would be. All I can tell you is from my experience working at many daycares, it's not a place where people are making a lot of money, or historically has not been. Oh, and Rose Thistleart says, oh, I worked at several preschools and daycares. I loved that work, but it was minimum wage for sure. Yes. And the thing is, those kids, they see so much turnover because of that. And that should be one of the highest paid jobs, working at a daycare, because you don't want that teacher to be, taking a job waitressing because they can make a lot more money waitressing or waitering than they can at a daycare. But it's really good work. It needs to be done, and we need good people to do those. They should be paid more. They should really be paid for. And then she says, I was the after-school swim teacher for a while. All kids would yell out, "Here comes Mrs. Rose." Miss Rose made me so happy. Kids are wonderful. And then Cap 78 Pack Peggy Dancer says, wait till you find out where the children are, because it sure ain't in any daycare. Ugh, yeah, yeah. Well, like 80% of them, 81% of the Somalis don't work. So why do they need a daycare? They don't. So yeah, I don't know. Oh, they said my real name, but I changed it for online purposes. Oh, so your name isn't Rose. Oh, another hint. Great point, Aaron. It's the first time many are learning social group skills. It is so important. And that's why I stayed on as long as I did. I wanted to spend more time with my kids, so I got a job at the daycare because I had daycare experience. And at the time, I had my kids 50% of the time, but they were garnishing my wages. So they were taking half of my paycheck. So I was making like $2 or $3 an hour after they took out my money. Plus, I had to have my kids 50% of the time. I had to do other things too. There was no way. It was so weird. So bizarre. But yeah, I never saw anyone getting rich at a daycare in all my years of working at daycares. Yeah, with this guy's, we're going to see something about him. Unregistered sex offender. Victims, not funny. Tara Reid, Lucy Flores, Allie Cole, Sophie Karasek, Amy Stokes, Caitlin Caruso, DJ Hill, Val Conet Ute, and Ashley Biden. Yeah. Sleepy, creepy, crooked Joe. Unregistered sex offender. Yep. Oh, here's a quality leering center. Oh, daycare adventure game. Look at that. Fraud cards, tip line cards. You start here and I guess you go around and make lots of money. Look at all the money. Yeah, blocked entry, missing files, blocked entry, secret room, hidden cache, surprise inspection, offshore account. Yeah, I think they got it all right there. And Patrick Bet David had our friend Nick Shirley on, and he's got his quality leering center shirt, 1-800-fraud shirt on. Isn't that cool? Did you see Melania in this silver dress? Do you think that's a nod towards silver? Silver is going nuts right now. Look at this. She's just gleaming. Look at her. Wow. Just so elegant and beautiful. He's the luckiest guy. He's the president. He's got a babe that's magically babelicious. Oh, look who's here. Why, it's Operation Shutdown. You're a good man, Aaron. And Kathy says, hi, Operation Shutdown. And I got to say hi to Operation Shutdown. Operation Shutdown. There it goes. Operation Shutdown says, hello, Kathy. Rose Thistle Art, best floatist ever. Yes. And Cap 78 Pack says, praying that Nick has great security surrounding him and his family. Yeah, me too. I hope so. Then there I am saying, hello, Operation Shutdown, because we're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious and the paranormal is the new normal. That's right. You got that right. And Operation Shutdown says, hello, Aaron. And then Cap 78 Pack says, hi ho, silver away. Oh, that's probably what he's going to say at night. Oh, no. Welcome in, Operation Shutdown. Good to see you, downrange of strange. I forget. Yeah, we're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious and the paranormal is the new normal. The greatest president of all. Yes. Did you see this at the Washington Monument? What they did with the graphics there? Pretty cool. 250 years, baby. I don't think that's a movie. Oh, did you see this? When millions of illegals were ushered in through the southern border, you said nothing. When they abandoned millions of dollars worth of military equipment in Afghanistan, you said nothing. And it goes on and on and on. I'm not going to read all of it. There's the hole that someone supposedly, the only one skinny enough to fit through there is either a Somalian or a Gilligan. That's it. Somalian. Those skinny Somalians. Yeah. Here's a 7-year bump. There's my old Love Bug cup. And sadly, that broke. So I don't have that anymore. One of a kind. One off. And there's our last show. Happy New Year. And there you go. That's it. That's all we got there. All righty, Aphrodite. We didn't even make it over to X last time. So let's cruise on over there while we got a chance, shall we? Because X is the place that has news and stuff like that. So let's go check it all out. There we are on my little channel. There's the YouTube. And look, here is Dr. Fung's virtual autopsy report on Sebastian is now available. Look at that. There's that metal thing under the skin with some strange alien writing. Not alien, but no lingo that we know, schmingo, and more metal implant parts throughout the body there. They were really into putting metal in the body for some reason. Interesting, huh? There's some brain matter still in there. Incredible. There's our show for tonight. And look what happens to a golf ball at 150 miles per hour. Looks completely flat as a pancake. Then it bounces back. Now, as a kid, I took apart golf balls, and they are not squishy at all. But that, just look at how much it deforms. Wow, that's just incredible to me to think, because you take that apart, it's hard to take apart. It's very hard. And then once you get the plastic coating on the outside off, it's just a bunch of rubber bands, all like one long rubber band, all wound over a little teeny rubber ball inside. You take it all apart. Because when you're a kid, that's what you do. You take apart golf balls because you want to see what's inside. But boy, I would never imagine that you could squish it that it could squish that far and still not split. That's just, what kind of that's just incredible to me. Look at that. It just looks like it's fluid. I wonder if that's real footage or just AI estimating. But it looks like it's actual footage. I don't know. I just don't know. Nick Shirley says bounties have been placed on him.
Offered a $1 million reward for his capture. After he exposed the alleged fraud involving billions of dollars, Minnesota became no longer safe for him. In her recent public statement, Shirley indicated that as the investigation progressed and the exposure expanded, she began to receive a large number of threatening messages, including threatening content aimed at others' personal safety. Regarding the so-called bounty claim, it has not yet been publicly confirmed by law enforcement agencies, but the dissemination of such remarks has already rapidly escalated the situation. As welfare and daycare subsidy frauds were continuously exposed, the long-term beneficiaries who had profited from it began to panic and become angry. Investigators in Minnesota received death threats and were warned with BOLO alerts. The incident escalated from a financial corruption issue to a serious conflict involving personal safety, reflecting the intense backlash after the systematic fraud was exposed.
What do you think about that? Look at this. I don't know what to make of this. The crown prince to Iran, to the people.
هراسان زیر زمین پنهان شده و کنترل اوضاع را
از دست داده است. آنچه آغاز شده برگشت ناپذیر است. آینده روشن است و ما با هم از این پیچ تند تا
So what he's saying is, my compatriots, at this moment, the Islamic Republic has reached its end and is in the process of collapse. Khomeini has gone into hiding underground like a scared rat and has completely lost control of the situation. What has begun cannot be reversed. The future is bright, and together we will break through this dark wall. I don't know. Yeah. You know, is it a real revolution or just another takedown and insert phony puppets? You know, I just don't know. I hadn't heard that there's neodymium in those tridactyls. I know osmium was one of the metals, which is a fairly recent discovery metal here on Earth. What's this? Sidney Powell put this out. Bombshell: House Judiciary Committee proves J6 leaders Liz Cheney and Bernie Thompson secretly fed Jack Smith evidence, transcripts, docs, Meadows texts to target Trump. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Look at this. Winning. Gunther Eagleman put this out. Dictator Nicolas Maduro just folded like a cheap suit, suddenly open to full U.S. cooperation on drug trafficking and oil deals after Trump's relentless pressure campaign. That's good. Oh, listen to this. This is funny. Oh, man.
Okay, the card has your name on it?
Yes.
All right, and go ahead with the number, please.
It's 3, 2, 1. Good evening. We are live on television right now with an investigation into scam callers. We have the FBI on the line. They are tracking this phone number as we speak. Sir, what is your full name again?
That's a good one. I'll have to remember that next time I get a scam call. Oh, listen to this. This is pretty cool, too. Oh, what's going on here? Listen to this. Music. Look at that. What a creative sound. That's awesome. Oh, here's Tampon Timmy. Oh, here's Tampon Tim.
Daycare's full. I'm Tampon Tim, the people's friend. Free tampons for all the men. Daycare's full of kids, well, kinda. But the money goes to my dear friends from Somalia. Hey, 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 hey. Fraud all day. Billions gone astray. Ghost kids, no one's there. Welcome to Tampon Tim's Daycare. Tampons in the boys' room, that's my plan. While my friends cash checks across the land. Feeding our future, what a name. Empty buildings, still the same. Hey, hey, fraud all day. Billions gone astray. Ghost kids, no one's there. Welcome to Tampon Tim's Daycare. Tampon Tim, hey, Tampon Tim fraud.
That's pretty good. Here are those tridactyl beings. Some more close. Let's see. Later today, we'll be releasing an updated report on Maria by Dr. Fung. After receiving feedback from the skeptical community, he chose to revise his report to further clarify why Maria is an authentic tridactyl humanoid who lived a difficult life, suffered from cancer, and everything like that. Yes, well, can't live forever, can you? Even if you put metal in your body. That's what they proved. Gunther Eagleman, Sidney Powell says, finally, it's official. Assistant AG Harmet Dillon files legal action to force Governor Tim Walz and Minnesota officials to release the state's voter rolls. Yeah, they'll just send some like cinnamon rolls, right? Oh, we thought that's what you meant. Look at me. I have your tax dollars now. They do. We're going to scratch it back. What do they call that? Not scratch it back. Claw it back from his claws. He's got claws. Look at those sharp claws he's got. Oh, and what's this? Spicy bits. There are 50 million Muslims in Europe, 40 million of whom receive social benefits. Shocking data. Source Grok. And these kids are asking, who are they? They never resisted. They were afraid of being accused of racism. Yeah, and then they were completely destroyed and killed by your ilk. I'd hide under a robe, too, if I was that disgusting. They found more fraud. Again. Yeah, this never stops. So this is funny. They made this guy into the Hamburglar. This is so funny.
Where what had happened was somebody played a really seriously disgusting joke on us and broke into our facility. They stole our employees' paperwork, all of the children's enrollment paperwork. Those sons of bitches even went as far to steal our checks out of our checkbook, making us unoperational to proceed with cash operations. And the kids. It's a crime against hamburgers. It's a crime against American cheese, children, hamburgers, and it's very uncouth.
Yeah. Jared Marsh. This is the most fraud I've seen. And his dad comforts him. It's the most fraud you've seen so far. You'll see more. There's more coming. And Trump truthed this out, and John reposted it. Prosecute Tim Walz. Tim Walz of Minnesota is a crooked governor. Yes, that's all you need to say. A Caribbean pirate, Somali pirate, American pirate. Look at that look on his face. What a retard. If you don't want to be called a retard, you stop looking like one and acting like one. I Love America News put this out. Charlie Kirk was right. Islam is the sword the left is using to slit the throat of America. Very, very apropos wording, I'd say. Somalia's Minister of Foreign Affairs, who owns a healthcare company in Ohio, received tax dollars Also owns another LLC with the same address as Somali money transfer organization accused of funding terrorism. I think we should lock them all up. Elon Musk, yes, it's the biggest crime in American history. I crunched the data and I made a map. States with no effective voter ID requirement, averaging nearly 8 times more welfare benefits to illegal immigrants compared to states requiring photo ID verification. That's what happens. They'll vote for themselves, won't they? If they can, those illegals. That's illegals. Yeah, my kid's an honor student at the Quality Learning Center. Look at that. Wow, there's so much evidence. Mike Benz cracked the WikiLeaks cables and found the Soros family has been working with the U.S. state government for 50 years. It's terrible. Meanwhile, in Russia, I thought this was Texas. Yeah. I guess if it was Texas, it would have been a truck, like an F-150 or something like that, right? Oh, and look at this. This is what the night sky on Mars looks like. Check it out. Look at how beautiful that sky is. Wow. It's daylight. Incredible. I think this must be the southern hemisphere. Now, I've never been to Australia. However, I hear that the stars are much brighter and there's more of them, but you don't see the constellations that you see in the northern hemisphere. So you won't see the majority of the ones we see because we're on the top part of the planet. This must be the bottom part of Mars, but I don't know. But look at all those stars. It's just incredible. It's like daylight. I don't know how close to dawn that is, but that's incredible. Don't you think? Oh, I think. Lear to code. Yes, Joe Biden. Yeah. Not learn to code. Lear to code. Retard finder. She'll love retard finder. He keeps finding Joe. Keeps coming up. Keeps coming up. Look at this guy. You want to do something different? You got a lake nearby. Cut yourself a disc and put in a boat motor. Spin around. Look at that. Another one.
Bismillah.
So I suppose you drop your line in, turning like that, and the bait is going to be moving, so it'd be a much more interesting for a fish to go and check out because it's moving, right? Wow. And I don't think that's anywhere in America because he sounded like he spoke a different language, but I think that's pretty cool. Look at that. A kid's never breaks into Somali daycare, a quality leering center for kids who can't read good. Oh, yeah. And the hole's not really big enough for anyone to come through. It's probably where they stashed their cash. And of course, they weren't broken into. They broke in themselves so they could get rid of their paperwork. Look at this. Terrence Williams. Look at that.
How's it going? Oh, great. You are doing a phenomenal job. It's not fashionable, right?
He's got his own syrup and pancake mix. He's got his own picture on it. When they got rid of Aunt Jemima, he put himself. So that's great. Terrence Williams. He's a great guy. Retard of the Lear. Yeah. He's a retard. We'll keep saying it. We'll keep saying it. Oh. Go arrest him. Oh, this is good. Yeah.
So, Mr. President, thank you for coming. This can be pretty vulnerable. I just want to start simple. How are you feeling today?
How am I feeling? I feel tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. Probably better than anyone's ever felt sitting on this couch, by the way. People come in here sad, broken, confused. Not me. I'm winning mentally. Very stable feelings. Doctors say it all the time.
Okay. And what brings you here?
Well, they said it would be good optics. I don't know who they are, but they're always saying things. Apparently, if you're successful, people want you to talk about your feelings. I think it's a scam, total scam, but here I am.
Do you feel stressed at all?
Stressed? No, I cause stress. Big difference. Other people get stressed watching me win. That's on them. I sleep beautifully too, 3 or 4 hours. And sometimes I don't sleep at all. Sleepy Joe sleeps too, but not in a good way.
Let's talk about relationships. Any difficult ones in your life?
Oh, plenty. The media, very abusive relationship, by the way. I give them ratings. They lie about me. Democrats, totally toxic. Foreign leaders, some good, some very bad. Kim Jong-un, a.k.a. Rocket Man, he liked me, wrote me beautiful letters. Very affectionate guy. People don't talk about that enough.
Do you ever feel misunderstood?
All the time, constantly. People hear what I say, but they don't hear it. I say greatest economy ever. They say controversial. I say secure the border wall. They say racist. And how dare you? It's unbelievable, truly unbelievable.
And how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel right. Because when everyone's against you and you're still winning, that tells you everything. Lincoln had haters. Me, tremendous haters. Well, I guess Tampon Tim has haters too, but he deserves the hate, let me tell you.
And why do you think people should subscribe to the Baby News Network?
Because it's the best channel on YouTube, quite frankly. Everybody says it. The funniest videos, the smartest jokes, the most beautiful ratings you've ever seen. Much more beautiful than yours. No offense. And if you don't subscribe to the Baby News Network, then we are never doing this again.
Okay, Mr. President, I've just subscribed. Now let's move on and try a grounding exercise. Take a deep breath.
I breathe very well, the best breathing. Doctors are amazed by my lungs. They said, sir, these are powerful lungs, maybe the best lungs they've ever seen. See? Very grounded, believe me.
Good. Now tell me about something that angers you.
Where do I start? Low ratings, fake polls, fake news, windmills, killing birds. The real anger is when they cheat and then look you in the eye and say, everything was fair, sir. Or when they try to lock you up for doing absolutely nothing wrong.
Do you ever feel the need to prove yourself?
Do I feel the need to prove myself? No, but I enjoy it. It's like a hobby. Somebody doubts me, I win again, they cry, rinse and repeat. Very relaxing, actually. Better than therapy, in my opinion.
What about criticism? How do you handle that?
Very well, actually. I respond publicly, immediately, strongly, sometimes at 3 a.m. on Truth Social, because that's when truth hits you the hardest. People say, ignore it. Why? I'm right. Silence is weakness. Everybody knows that.
Do you ever doubt yourself?
Absolutely not. Doubt is for people without instincts. My instincts are tremendous. You don't doubt a hurricane. You don't doubt gravity. And quite frankly, you don't doubt me.
If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
Honestly, nothing. But if I had to pick, maybe I'd be less generous. I give people too many chances. Look at some of these politicians, total disasters. I elevated them and most of them are just disappointing. So sad.
Final question. What do you want people to understand about you?
That I care a lot more than they think. I want the country to win. I want people to win. I want therapists to win, unless they didn't vote for me, of course. But I'm confident because I'm right. Big difference, by the way.
That's actually very insightful.
I know it was. People say therapy changes you. It didn't change me, to be honest. It just confirmed me. So this was great. Seriously, tremendous session. Probably your best one ever.
Will you be coming back?
Maybe, but it depends on the ratings of the session. So look, I hope this little session made you feel better. I did most of the talking, most of the heavy lifting. Everybody saw it. We can do this again, same time next week. My team will send you the invoice because honestly, I should be getting paid for this. All right, folks. So remember to take a deep breath, stay mentally strong. And as always, MAGA
wins
again.
That's pretty good. I like it. Diaper Diplomacy and now this other channel. How do you like that? There's one of those tridactyl beings looking awfully alien right there in that pose, wouldn't you say? Are those eyelashes? Are those? When are they going to clean this stuff off of them and so we can see their dark brown skin? And maybe lizard scales, perhaps? I don't know. And there's our previous show. So that's it. So we're going to call it a night, folks. We're going to call it a night. All right. I want to thank everyone for stopping on by. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend because it's Friday night and everything's right for the weekend. Crazy clothes and anything goes on the weekend. Oh, yeah. We're making a big old dent in that weekend now, aren't we? Okay, so I got to give my message. Thank you all so very much. Exclamation points. There we have it. And Kathy says, good night, everyone. And I said, thank you all so very much. Oh, thank you all so very much. And, and Operation Shutdown. There's my end of the show cut line. I will keep my camera pointed to the sky so I can take a picture of that crazy UFO and come on to the Truth Quest and talk about it. All right. I'm looking forward to that. Operation Shutdown. I'm sure our viewers would love to hear you call in sometime, so that would be great. And Rose Thistle Art says, thank you, Aaron and Truth Questers. It's always a great get-together. Trump Floss. Thank you, Rose Thistle Art. All right. Oh, and Cap 78 Pack. And we also have to remember our friend Darkbrain, who gifted some subscriptions to us today. So thanks to him. Thanks to all of our Ultra Mods. And Cap 78 Pack, Peggy Dancer says, great and fun show tonight, Aaron. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Much love and peace in. Have a great weekend. Pray and stay safe. Thank you very much, Peggy. That's awesome. And thank you all for tuning in and sharing this and hitting the old like helps the algorithm and the algo beat. So do like Operation Shutdown is going to do, because we're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious and the paranormal is the new normal. So keep your cameras pointed to the skies so you can take a picture of that crazy UFO and come on the Truth Quest and talk about it. But don't call it a UAP. It's a UFO, baby. That's what it's called. We're always going to call it that here. We're not buying into that drip disclosure crap. We want it all. We want it all. And Operation Shutdown says, peace in, world peace, baby. There's another one of my cut lines. Skylark74 says, thank you, Aaron. Well, thank you, buddy. And Skylark says, farewell, fellow Truth Questers. Yes, and if you missed our last show, check that out, because Skylark called in and shared some of his knowledge with us. So we'll see you next time on Monday after the big weekend. And Rostless Lart says, I loved it when you went on the show, Skylark74. Great conversation. Yes, we'll see you on Monday right around 9 p.m. Central Time. Until then, peace in. World peace, baby. That's right. Oh, and Darkbrain's back. He says, have a wonderful year ahead, friends. Peace in. And thank you again, Darkbrain, for your generosity. And we'll see you all on Monday. Peace in.